Hey everyone, thank you so very much for being here. I am going to do a collective energy for if you're looking in your natal chart or your birth chart, whatever you want to call it. If it's a stronger female energy today, then this should resonate with you. Okay. So even though you could be male, if your chart says that you have more feminine energy today, this applies to you as well. Okay. So it's not necessarily gender bias, it's just the energy of the gender. So not the actual physical, but just the spiritual and the energy. Okay. So if you understand that, that'd be awesome. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to see what the feminine energy thinks, feels, and does today. Okay. And this is just a current grab of information. So depending on when you read this, it may or may not resonate at that point. It may have happened or it could be happening to you. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, please like, subscribe, and share. And then you can always come back and watch this later again. So we do have unknown in the King of Swords energy as I split it. So King of Swords energy. What is that dealing with? That is Aquarius and Capricorn. Now, mind you, we're in a Sagittarius sun, and we just were at a Capricorn moon yesterday, and now we're in the Aquarius moon. So the fact that we had the unknown and that the King of Swords represents both of those zodiacs, that's very interesting, okay? Da-da-da-da. So yeah, this is really cool. Okay, so this is the feminine energies. What are they? What are they thinking? Okay, so I'm going to take 3 cards. 3 cards, feminine energy. What are they thinking? Okay, just go ahead and give me a good shuffle. Okay, as above, so below. All right, so we have strength. Ooh, 10 of Swords again. Okay, and wow, King of Swords came back. All right. So there's that Aquarius and Capricorn energy again, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, we do have 8 of Pentacles, right? This is what they're thinking, all right? So, all right, let's see what feminine energies are feeling. What are energies feeling? Okay, I have pre-shuffled the deck, so, all right, we have children, keeping an open mind, separation. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have reconciliation. This is a really strong energy right now. Okay, what are feminine energies doing? Okay, and just also to let you know that Scorpio is, and what is it? Scorpio and 2 of the planets, the thinking and acting, or the thinking and feeling planets. Oh, Venus and Mercury are in Scorpio, and Mars is in Pisces. Okay, so a lot of emotions right now in everything they do, and everything they think, everything that they're feeling, and everything that they're doing. A lot of emotions for both energies. Okay, so this is going to be what are the feminine energies doing. Okay, and take the top 3 cards. That's above, so below. All right, we have Ace of Coins. All right. The Knight of Swords, and the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay, and then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, and then for clarifiers, I'll have angel answers and the zodiacs. Okay, so basically, this is the feminine energy, what they're thinking. Okay, strength, 10 of Swords, King of Swords. Okay, so a lot of thinking going on. I feel like the divine feminine energy is trying to get stronger, trying to overcome the 10 of Swords energy. Okay, and then with the King of Swords in reverse, really still just coming out of some mental conflicts and feeling like they've been victimized. Okay, but they have strength. They are building strength. Okay, and it is getting to completion with the 10 of Swords. They are coming out of that cycle. Okay, and with the King of Swords in reverse, and like I said, that does represent Aquarius and Capricorn and that Saturn energy. it could just be that they are wanting to use more of their emotions now, trying to get in tune with their emotions, and because logically they see how things are, and now they're trying to get and connect with their emotions. Okay, they're trying to get their emotions in check and their uh, logical in check. They're trying to find some type of balance. Okay, and Aquarius, that's air energy. There's really strong preponderance of that. You also have Leo here, a strong preponderance of the Leo energy here too. So it's like fire and water and earth. Okay, so there, a lot's going on in the just the physical of things that they're seeing, and they're trying to connect with how they feel now. Okay, so they've been doing a lot of mental mental purging, mental, healing, and a lot of mental clearing of things. Okay, because they have strength. So, and the sun is also in Sagittarius, so it's a really fiery, strong motivator. I feel like, and it's expansion, luck. So I feel like they want to have luck, and it's really just having your emotions in check and in tune and in alignment with your mental state. Okay, so they're thinking, and they've been doing a lot of thinking. They've been building strength in their thinking, and I just feel like with the King of Swords in reverse, they need to start speaking up about how they feel. And I think this will be next. But right now, you have someone that's just healing and building more strength and recuperating. They're probably in recovery mode. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of recovery mode dealing with that Ten of Swords energy, because it's like you're on the ground, and it's like you're trying to lift yourself back up. They're trying to lift themselves back up, and then you have Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So overall, it's like it could be dealing with finances. It could be dealing with just emotion, physical things, material things, that they were binding to or attached to, and just really trying to figure out where they need to be going from now and how do they detach from certain things. Okay, they're trying to learn a willingness to learn. It says paying attention takes care to do the job correctly, and they're just really trying to I feel like trying to make sure that they learn their lesson this time. I feel like the divine feminine does not want to keep putting themselves through this Ten of Swords energy. Okay, I feel like they do not want to keep putting themselves through bad relationships. I feel like they're taking the time alone. They've been building strength, and now they're like, I want a good relationship, but they realize that time alone and being single has been the best thing for them. Okay. And the King of Swords energy, when that's in reverse, that to me just says that before they may not have been able to make their mind up on things because they didn't have clarity necessarily. But I feel like that is starting to come to completion. Okay. I feel like they're getting out of that, not knowing which way to go, not knowing if they can be loved again, not feeling like they're a victim. I feel like they're getting out and just really leaning on their own strength, their own eternal strength, and physical strength sometimes, because the Ten of Swords, that is mental and physical pain. Maybe they went through some type of abuse, and they've needed some time to heal. And sometimes the mental abuse can cause physical abuse, especially if you've done abuse to yourself. If you thought about, ending your life in the past, or if you thought about, just not being here, a lot of people were not grounded, a lot of female energies have been really, really hurt, and like I've said in a lot of my videos, when women hurt, it's like a whole overall body experience. It's the physical, it's the things around them, and it's their whole body. And it's like when a man hurts, it's like right in his sacral, it's right in his, like, it's like below the gut. It's like that gut area that hurts. But they sometimes can do a good job of hiding their hurt. Whereas women, they're all over the place. Their pain is everywhere. Okay. And I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just trying to be very clear and let people understand that if you see someone hurting, please reach out to them and ask them how they're doing. And even if it's a male, ask them how they're doing too, because sometimes they hide their pain and they're in so much pain. And both pains can be really hard to heal, especially when you're doing it by yourself, and especially if you don't know how to heal yourself. Okay. So the divine feminine energy has been getting strength. Okay. And it could be this Eight of Pentacles energy that's giving them the strength, this abundance of information and new ways of doing things, and just a support system of some sort, some type of clarity, something in the 3D has been helping them build the strength to complete this Ten of Swords cycle. Okay. And now the King of Swords, I want to read what it says, because like I said, this is their thinking. This is how they're completely thinking. So when the King of Swords is in reverse, it can signify lack of righteousness. The distrustful king often uses his verbal skills and intellect to manipulate others. His desire for power turns into an aggressive and ruthless leader. Okay, so it's in reverse. So they've been through, because this is the way they're thinking. They might be thinking about this way towards an Aquarius or a Capricorn as well, okay? Because when I get my court cards, I kind of think that can mean a specific person, okay? So they could have been thinking about this. This person could have put them through this Ten of Swords energy and made them think that they were in this Ten of Swords energy. And now they're building the strength to see what this was, okay? And with the Eight of Pentacles, it's like they got clarity now, and they see they're healing, and they're moving on. I see like the wheel, they're moving on, okay? It could be moving away from this Aquarius and Capricorn energy, okay? Because again, that Capricorn and Aquarius, the King of Swords, he mentally says things. He might hurt you. He might not really be connected to his feelings, okay? Or if this is even that hurt energy, maybe she wasn't connected to her feelings. Maybe she wasn't like letting anyone know that she was hurting. Okay. That's why I said, make sure you're like asking people how they're doing, especially if you care for them, because they could be hurting themselves. This could be a manipulation of themselves with that Ten of Swords energy. It's not to say that is everyone else doing that to them. We don't know who put this person in this Ten of Swords energy, but they're coming out of it a completion of feeling like this. Okay. And realizing that some manipulation has taken place either in their mind or they're allowing other people to make them feel this way. Okay. So that's how they're thinking. This is the divine feminine, how they're thinking. Okay. Now, how they're feeling is children, okay. Keeping an open mind, because before this is how they're feeling. They're coming out of this. Now they're going into keeping open mind. And it says your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay. So maybe they don't like that King of Swords energy anymore. Okay. Maybe they want a different king with a cup or, a wand or something. I'm just saying. Okay. And in separation. Okay, so maybe they're separating from that king of swords, because they do know that there was some manipulation that took place. Okay, and now they're keeping an open mind about someone else possibly coming in. Okay, now reconciliation. Someone from the past is returning to your life. Okay, well, maybe someone has in the past. With the separation, they're dreaming about someone. This is them. This is how they're feeling. Okay, this is how the divine feminine's feeling. Okay, and she's got children involved, possibly, or maybe she wants children. Maybe she's got to keep an open mind about her wants and needs at this point. If you already have children, you're trying to make sure that your children are are a part of your relationship. Children has been a very strong energy lately. Keeping an open mind, because your soulmate might be different from your usual type, your usual cycle of people. But then you also have this reconciliation. So someone's coming back. I don't know if it's going to be a good person or a bad energy, but it's a test. It could be a test. Okay. If you're going to accept this person back, if you've learned your lesson, if you've now wised up with this Eight of Pentacles energy, if you're thinking, if now you have, if you're now an expertise, or now you've crafted how you think. Okay. Because that's what this card is. All right. And that's earth energy. That's finally just seeing things in the physical for what they are, using more logic. Okay. All right. So they're in separation. So they have to keep an open mind about being by themselves, and they have to have that strength while they are in separation and not feel needy. Okay. I feel like not feeling needy, not feeling like you really need someone in your life right now to complete you. Okay. And then reconciliation is someone returning. Okay. Well, now you have the work in between Capricorn and Aquarius energy. So, a lot of thoughts, a lot of earthly possessions might be coming and going in and out of your life. And it's like, are you attracted to those things again? Or are you going to be happy with what's inside your heart? Okay. Now at the bottom of row, this is what they're doing. Okay. Ace of Coins. They're starting something with money. Okay. Or now they have a new beginning on something they're doing with money. Okay. Money, or some type of clarity about money, maybe some type of new career they want to go into, or some type of, financial security with the Strength card, something that's going to bring them security. Okay. And it could be working with children. Okay. But this is something that brings them strength, and also putting their children first. I feel like is bringing them strength and giving them clarity on what they need to do for themselves to support themselves and possibly their children, if there are children involved. Okay. Also, this could be something that if they were in a relationship and the person said, oh no, I don't want to because we don't have enough money, giving them clarity on how to save money so that they can finally start a family that they want. Okay. Or maybe they're just putting there, collecting the checks and saving money. And then if someone comes along and they want to have a child, then that's not going to be an issue in the future. Okay. So there isn't some clarity and a new start in the money, okay, in the money department, or in just the physical material things, okay, a beginning to something. Maybe they're going to start saving up, or maybe they're going to start putting together a nursery, or just something. They're starting something new, okay, and it might have to do with money, which is good because you're starting a new year in January. This is a really good time to go ahead and close the chapter of some old and bad way of doing things and saying, you know what, I'm going to start getting money because I won't need a man to take care of me and my kid or kids or whatever I want. I can still have it. A lot of people say, you know what, I'm going to adopt a kid. I'm not going to need a man to help me take care of this child. Or maybe I am, and we're going to have a relationship together, and we are going to start. If you are with someone, this is you having the strength to do your part to be able to keep your family secure. Okay. Now look, now you have a Knight of Swords. You went from a Ten of Swords, but now you're doing something with the Knight of Sword energy. Knight of Sword energy, that's Gemini and Taurus, and that's also Venus. Okay. That's Venus energy right there. All right. What you're doing and what you're feeling are kind of related. Okay. So you're keeping it open. Okay. Maybe you're keeping an open mind about the wars that may be coming towards you. Okay. So before you were like the Knight of Swords energy, this is someone that, really caught off guard, may not have been expecting it, not trying to necessarily fight, fight the situation, but more on the surrender side. That's what I feel like the Knight of Swords. This could be communication too. All right. You could be getting communication from a Gemini or Taurus, and you got to keep an open mind about it. Okay. You're not trying to attack, you're not trying to fight it. It might come in really quick with that Knight of Swords energy. It might really catch you off guard. Okay. But then again, Knight of Swords, you got to remember, sometimes Knight of Swords energy, they can be a little cold about things. So you might go, whoa, what? But at the same time, you're like, oh, okay. Like, you might like me, but you don't know how to say you like me. You're doing these crazy things, but you might really like me. Okay. So this is what they're doing. All right. They're trying to surrender to the old ways of thinking, who they were attracted to, or their type, or who they thought was supposed to be for them. Okay. Now, again, they got their guard down a little bit. And they got a new start in money. Their mind frame has changed. What they're doing is they're doing something in the physical for money. They might meet this Gemini Taurus right here. Okay. And then you have Eight of Cups in reverse, though. It's like, normally the Eight of Cups, that means abundance of something, but you have it in reverse. Okay. And this could be happiness, gathering, new possibilities created when you look in alternative directions. Okay. So like I said, this is abundance of some sort. It doesn't go that you're going to have an abundance of. Okay. Because you gave up the old way of thinking things. You released some things in the past. You've been healing. And now you're like getting all these new acquisitions or propositions coming towards you. So now there could be some type of celebration. It could be an internal celebration where you're happy. You could finally now just start not only just feeling better, but actually acting better, acting happier, acting more here on in the 3D. Okay. Because mentally you went through a lot. And now you've got to celebrate it in the physical form. Okay. You got to let everyone know you're good. If you're good, you're good, and sometimes you got to push yourself and fight against the tide to stay happy, and stop, the cycle, that Eight of Pentacles, that cycle of depression or just feeling like a victim. Okay. Because sometimes you're a victim of your own circumstance. Okay. So you're getting out of that. All right. And you're acting like partying, maybe going out. It's a social season right now of the Christmas parties, holiday parties. It's a time of happiness. And there's some new possibilities, especially with this Eight of Coins. This could really have you excited right now. Okay. And now that's why people are coming towards you really quick. You're like, whoa, I just got over somebody. And look, someone else is already like in my face again. Okay. And that's just how it happens. Okay. But then you also have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is in reverse now, which is good, So let me read what that says on here, because I like to get, these are different analogies of how these are, but I feel like the Swords energy, when they're in reverse, that's a really good optimistic thing to look for, because it just means that you're not feeling like you're up against the wall, and you don't feel like you have like you're like lowering your standards. I feel like this just means that the things are being cleared out of your way. Okay, so it says it's past problems. I feel like getting over them. Okay. And it's like, you don't feel imprisoned anymore. Okay. All right. So this is getting over things, normally this way is like you have to, how low do you go? But when it's in reverse like this, I feel like you're kind of like ready to stand up for yourself. Okay. You're not going to imprison yourself. You're not going to allow people to lower you or lower your vibration. Okay. This is you building up your strength. All right. Because you're thinking and now you're doing the work. Okay. So I feel like the Divine Feminine is really, really trying to lift themselves back up. They've been on the ground for so long. They've been in this Ten of Swords energy, trying to get over this. Now they are. I feel like they could possibly not be wanting to deal with Aquarius, Capricorn energy necessarily, but maybe this Gemini, Taurus energy could be coming towards them. There is a new start to money. Okay, there's a new chapter. They're keeping an open mind about who their counterpart might be with. But in the meantime, I feel like they're okay with the separation and understanding that people from the past are still possibly going to enter their life and try them again. Okay, and now they have to see if they're going to deal with these people, or they're going to keep continuing to feel like these people are imprisoning them, or are they going to allow these people to keep hurting them? Okay. And like I said, with the Scorpio energy being in Mercury and in Venus right now, that's a lot of that's death for a rebirth of things. And that's why that reconciliation's overall feeling is because people from the past, there's some things that are going to come back around, especially with that Eight of Pentacles and the Wheel. There's some things that's going to come back around, and you got to say, are you strong enough? Do you have that strength? Are you going to keep the strength to not keep allowing these people back into your life so that you can manifest this Eight of Coins? Or are you going to keep going through these cycles and feel imprisoned and depressed and feel like you can't help yourself? Okay. Let's see here. Any angel answers for the Divine Feminine? Any angel answers for the Divine Feminine? Okay, wow. We have a couple cards. We have recovery. Yep. As I told you, they're in recovery mode. Peaceful resolutions. Okay. So if these people in the past come back, please have a peaceful resolution with them and tell them to kick rocks if you don't want to be with them anymore. Or maybe you need to call the police on them and have some type of restraining order, okay? If someone puts you in this Ten of Swords, because like I said, this Ten of Swords, this can be physical and mental abuse, okay? And you need to stop this. This needs to stop. So if someone's put their hands on you physically, then you need to go ahead and call the police and make it final that you're not going to deal with this person anymore. And you need to have the strength to do that, okay? This message is specifically for someone, because this card also here can mean imprisonment, okay? This can mean jail, law enforcement, and things like that. This can be a warning sign for someone, okay? So don't let someone mentally put you there, but don't let someone physically continue to hurt you, okay? It says big happy changes, okay? Big happy changes with